If you're a fan of Valorant, then like me, you probably spent the last 3 weeks watching the first major VCT tournament of the year, lock-in taking place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. From upsets to clutches to insane map 5s, this tournament had pretty much everything you wanted as a Valorant fan. Unless you're an NA fan, which in that case made it a pretty tough tournament to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk all about it.
But he's got to know that this Rolling Thunder is going to come at him. If he taps the spike, let's see if he can dodge it. He just takes the fight and King wins it out! The IGL drags them across the finish line once more in a 16.
Like I mentioned, the VCT lock-in Sao Paulo was the first major Valorant tournament of the year. The tournament included all 32 franchise teams competing in the upcoming VCT season, and with this many teams, Riot actually decided to format this tournament a little differently with 2 giant single bracket stages. While many were initially upset with the decision of this format, citing competitive issues, Riot cited the major reason for this was to make every match matter and make it the best viewing experience possible for the fans. I was one of those who was initially skeptical of the format, but after seeing everything play out and conclude this weekend, I couldn't be more happy with the end product because this tournament really gave us some special moments that will be remembered for a long time. Starting in the alpha bracket, things went mostly as expected. NRG took down the European teams of Koi and Giants to make it to the bracket semifinals without much issue. If you haven't kept up, this NRG team is actually the Optic Core that spent the most of last year dominating the VCT season. But coming into 2023, they lost 2 core players in Ye and Marved for replacements Artis and Som. While initially this looked like a downgrade on paper, the team really showed up, with both Artis and Som having some insane moments in their early matches.
Som though yet to be cleared fully from this. Rez comes in, gonna get a partner, huge from Som, holding it down and giving NRG the finest amount of Wolfen's running into his death. He has no idea, they already cleared it earlier, but Som's here. Perfect play from Som.
My God.
Positioning divine. He's read the round. No point saving now. In we go, site now taken, Artis plants the flag there and actually takes a scalp off of Trex. Great trades for Artis, finding 2 being pivotal to this round, make it a 3rd, Artis.
Nice save, bro.
Oh no.
Oh, we got the kill.
Got one. What?
Big one.
Well, did you?
Oh no.
What is happening?
Oh my god! What?
Who met them in the bracket semis ended up being no other than their arch nemesis from last year in Loud. After winning the World Championship last year, Loud 2 had some roster changes when both Pancada and Sassy left for Sentinels. To replace them, Loud brought in rookies Kaanzin and Tuiz, and it really felt like this Loud team started the year right where they left 2022 off, in dominating fashion.
Sadak with the op in the 1v2, super winnable. Super winnable. He's got a turret watching his left. He's holding the flank. Oh, he knows. Oh my god, that's so cheese. That's so cheese, bro. He picked up the Phantom too.
Straight away, using the Seekers, already going to try and get one with the Showstopper, and they know exactly where the man is at the back of sight. Navira has been struggling versus this B take, and it's not getting any better! Sadak puts them down, what? 5 seconds, they have to make a decision now to make that rotation back or just try and pressure onto him. The flash doesn't really connect, they're coming up with the short, he's landed another shot, just waiting, holding them back further, and even though the shots may not be connecting, he's still just winning this round. Another shot, hit in the leg, and it is done. Just trying to hold back, Navira has to flee.
They had no problem first taking down teams in Gen G and K-Corp before meeting NRG in the bracket semis. And it was there where we really started seeing some insane Valorant with what I believe to be the best Fracture game ever played at the pro level. It had everything you wanted. Insane plays, godly clutches, and even went into quintuple overtime.
Round, they need a Sadak round, they need something to change the outcome here. So far, the ball starting to really roll for NRG, less though. Take the wind out of their sails a little bit. Get away with just a tag into the loving arms of Artis. Good trade for Sadak. It ain't over just yet.
Showstopper available.
And you're right, but FNS going to take down Kaunzin. Good, keeping even numbers. Aspas takes it right.
Oh my God!
Aspas doubles down! Doing wonders. We said we need heroics, and maybe he's the hero they need! Loud! It's making this. No, he's just got to stand and fight. How much can one man do? Oh my God, maybe just enough to spray. He's praying for it. He's not going to get it. Arnis answers. And now the 4v4. Smoke in towards Sand, and they're going to try and burst towards this. Ult goes in. Going to keep him humbled. FNS holding them back here. Sadak goes down. The trade comes out. The spike now left loose on the ground. It ain't out of the woods just yet. The 3v3. FNS maybe trying to slip through those smokes, but no, decides against it. Post-plant time. FNS, it's time! And the ult going to come up for the back of it too. He's just pulled so many problems in for Loud in a 2v3. They've got to put everything into this or it's done for. Kaunzin, he's trying so hard for his side. And the 1v1, FNS.
Oh my God!
Kaunzin keeping hope alive for Loud.
What a round!
This is a bit of a problem. It's a 4v3.
Kaunzin?
What?
Oh my God!
How did he get two there? He's made it possible.
No smokes left for 2Es.
This is just bold. 2Es. Hold your breath. Try and make that cross.
Oh my
what?
God! He's so aware!
Out of nowhere from 2Es, and now a 1v1 and FNS is 4 HP. For the right place at the right time. FNS, get your gun out.
Oh,
2Es! Got a little bit of a one-way to play with, but it's Som who's going to benefit as well. Less. Ooh, the timing! Crashies finds Sadak, and maybe it's all but done! Crashies and FNS, the last two alive! And they've got their work cut out to say the least. FNS, the timing ain't there, and it's over!
My God!
Loud have pulled their hearts and souls!
Loud just managed to barely eke out the win at 18-16, sending the first big NA team home. On the lower side of the alpha bracket, we saw DRX take care of business as usual, first taking down BBL Esports. Even when they ran into Cloud9, a team people were calling an NA super team at the start of the year with the addition of Ye, who is the best Valorant player of 2022 in most people's eyes, they didn't let that stop them for a second.
And have been making look like their own, and already Zelst is happy to go in with that ult, see what space he can find. Graffiti looking clear. This now has a little bit more information on the playback through. Leaf gonna find RB, and now Hell's next on the chopping block, but actually the RX dig their heels in. Finally, they find form. Annie saw that mid-tempo reaggress. And again, Buzz, perfect place to find the first. There's gonna be the Nano Swarm to follow. Leaf though does trade in well, and now there's gonna be a spot towards Heaven. At least two players now seen. Can they make anything of this though? The flash is good, but it's not going to find any sort of value of doing damage. And there's the Hunter's Fury, just going to deny them even getting out of there!
10 seconds left now, might even just try and get the extra ult orb. Denial coming through from Cloud9.
Alright. That could be it! That's lovely from RB!
He's got the lockdown.
Yeah, oh my God, he does. This is going to either quicken the pace or they have to respect it. They're going to try and find the fight here, RB. Has to back away, he's got to fight again, RB! Incredible! The lockdown gets dealt with, and now Leaf in the 1v1. Time on RB's side! It's impeccable work from RB!
After the loss, Cloud9 wasted no time in starting controversy when they announced that Ye will be stepping down from the roster. This was a shock to many as Ye played a pretty decent tournament overall, even in their losses. Sure, he wasn't owning everybody in the server like he normally does, but this was the first tournament of the year with the new team. Surely, we could cut the best player in the world some slack, right? But Cloud9 had other plans of their own. If you're interested, I made a whole other video covering the situation that I will have linked in the top right of your screen that you can check out after this video. Moving into the Omega bracket side of the tournament, this is where we probably saw the biggest upset of the tournament so far in European juggernauts Team Liquid faltering to the Filipino team in Team Secret.
Then counter ult comes in as well. Well, I say counter, just the Viper's pick comes back out for Naz. They want to ensure safety in this round because they are desperate for one. Only one by their name so far, and a 5v3 to try and work around. Yes, a couple of players are low, but the positions are great. The post plants should hold here. Envy though, Superstar so far and still wants to go.
There's the flank.
Safe's been removed. This is a 2v2. Look at the HP remaining.
They're so very low here, Nats. This is him in his comfort zone, but now he's been taken out of it. He spots him, manages to get the wall bang. Dart goes out. Redgar with 7 HP. Desperate for the clutch. He goes for the Hunter's Fury. It's already held to Happy, waits out the first one. Push on the corner, dumps him, shuts it down with a third.
But looking at the start, and actually, yeah, here's the push, and this could be huge. There's so many players on the other side, it could be a tragedy, and what?
Okay.
Oh, come on, what is
gets
this?
2 on the back end.
What is this?
Nats is still here, though. Showstopper out. Blast pack's over, the rocket is gonna be good. Jeremy manages to survive, but now he's found himself stuck in a corner.
Oh no, Soulcast.
Soulcast forced forward toward him. Inby so very far away. Now Soulcast has control of the spike. Back over towards Dish.
It's been seen, Envy!
They 2-0'd Liquid on Icebox and Fracture, and Liquid looked pretty rough out there, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, you gotta remember, this Liquid team is a combination of the old Gambit and Liquid core. Expectations were pretty high, and safe to say, they were not met at all. We definitely wanted to see this Liquid team make a deeper run, considering the caliber of players they have. We'll have to see how they bounce back in the upcoming season, and I for one really hope so, because I'm a fan of the organization and I really like a lot of the players on their team, but the team just looked really off and disorganized, and I hope they can put it back together before the season starts. Team Secret were later taken out by European team Navi in pretty dominating fashion. And also in the Omega bracket, we saw an epic clash between European team Vitality and the Pride of Chile Leviathan. On the first map, Haven, we had one of the coldest moments in the tournament with King showing us once again why he is the King of Haven.
Bolt line goes across, they get the haunt as well. Molsey tries to clear it, but he's completely paranoid right now. They both tuck that back around the back side of the site. Takolia arrives, finds one, tries to go for the short, he can't make it happen. Molsey picks up 2, but there's King.
But it's a 2v2. After all that mayhem, it's still all even. We said inseparable. How much more can they do? King still standing, Shy still there, but for only a second sender. An attempt at the bait on the TP keeps him paranoid. King now worried, but he wants to get proactive. Gets
got a Rolling Thunder.
It's a 1v1, and he does have his ult.
The ult is in. One more teleport pedestrian. But he's got to know that this Rolling Thunder is going to come at him. If he taps the spike, let's see if he can dodge it. He just takes the fight, and King wins it out! The IGL drags them across the finish line once more!
Leviathan won the match 2-0 and later went against Navi, where Navi showed why they were one of the deadliest teams in the tournament and were definitely a contender for the title.
To try and get on a flank here. Oh, and Sugetsu just murders him over by the south side. That's my point. If you try to flank, these Navi guys are just so aware of it. And look, they're everywhere.
Is Leviathan feeling like they have to make a play? You got to push every single avenue. Someone's got to step up and be the hero, but it's not going to be King, not today. Takolia can't even claim a kill off of it. They want to hold on to this space, but Navi have got all of it into Horse. 3 players in sand to try and contest this one. Smoke blocking one avenue to spray down from Angel, wins the fight out, and it's Navi again who do respond once more. Time and time again, and it feels like nothing can be done. It's not finished. Oh, the lockdown nade has pushed them straight into Zipan. And if there was any hope in hell of trying to claim this round, it might have just been finished. Locking it away, it's got to be Takolia for any hope of continuing in this tournament. And he just opens himself up wide across a placement not ideal, paranoia. And he can feel it.
On the lower side of the Omega bracket, we saw 100 Thieves give their NA fans, me included, a heart attack in their match versus EDG with one of the most nail-biting matches of the tournament.
Something, anything.
With the amount of noise here, they are trying rotates, but there's barely anything happening on this site, and Stellar cleans it up too.
It's working.
They hear the plant.
Between the plant going down, Hadon falling, yeah, they've understood that it was all a ruse. Nice timing out from Bang. To swing, get the kill on Chichu, a 5v2 here. Yeah, and the spike was planted, but again, it's just so difficult for them to get back into this thing, but nobody trying to push the pace. Smoggy gets another
2v2.
How have they gotten it back to this? How have they gotten it back to this? Oh my goodness, the timing. Asuna clearing everything. A couple shots to the back of the head and Chichu falls.
Turret? Oh, the Stellar's dead. They can get all the way through him in 14 seconds. I'm not even sure they have time right now.
They very well may not. It's a sprint. All the way there, 6 seconds. What? Forget about the time. The Prowler to take some space. Remember, Tarek's the only one there. You called for Cryo, you called for the op, and he delivers early on. Derek spamming through, deals a little bit of damage. Asuna with 2 massive kills, but Chichu gets it back.
The pit's down!
It's a 3v2. Spike not planted yet. Plenty of time. EDG looking to deal a devastating death blow to 100 Thieves. 1 round to decide it.
It's almost all on the IGL right now.
No way! He's gonna get both. He's gonna get both, and he does!
But this is the same look.
It's the exact same look.
So one person over here. I like this for 100 Thieves. They're trying to collapse on him, but he still gets the kill anyways.
Oh, is he
Asta
gonna get a
might go down too.
It's traded back 1 for 1. Cryo still with the op. The cloud burst there, the dash across. Waits patiently as Stellar gets another one. Concon has fallen. The op shot goes wide. Numbers in favor of 100 Thieves. For now, Smoggy with the plant, and it's unconventional.
The stun, 2 players stunned up. Cryo's trying to go forward, but the Molly keeps him back.
What a shot up from Cryo. He delivers. Stellar does as well, but Smoggy trading it back a 1v3 for tournament life. Again, the heroics have been so good, and they're not gonna deliver this time around. 100 Thieves avoid disaster.
They won the series 2-1 and did the same to Foot Esports to move on in the tournament. Then finally, we got to see the most clouded team in Valorant, Sentinels, take on newly formed EU super team Fnatic. Many expected Fnatic to win the series, but man, they didn't have to do us this dirty.
He doesn't really have anybody watching his back, but Fnatic are committing a lot of players here to the site. You can see this, and the Rolling Thunder's going to be catching them, actually. Leo going to be caught, flash play, and well, the knife's just not good in that kind of position, but Boaster was isolated. Now a drone. Fault line as well cuts across, and Dirk is still there, holding the angle at Heaven. He knows what his players are, and he will find them time and time again, one after the other, but Sentinels will answer back. It's just down to Sassy. Like a holding with players close. There's a Seekers now. Fault line through, that's just going to be used in response to try and slow them down. Even the Flash's tents can't quite see a thing. Even beefed his Flash for his own dash coming through, trying to spray it down. Boaster does help them out a bit. A running gun in action. Okay. 3 kills for him. And just backs away. There with that pre-fire, but Fnatic are looking more than ready now to take this one. Civ utility, no one giving him any health. And the doubled up positions, look at it, waiting it out with the patience. Intelligent play from Fnatic. Position for him, ducking underneath this one. Trip is very nice, and Alpha just has the precise positioning. Second just cannot catch a break right now. And layers on layers. A crosshair placement. And this is shambolic. Sentinels left in a 2v4, all on Sassy and Zekken. Flash ready. We'll find one of the targets, gets them into the site, but a crossfire and a massive play needs to be made. Showstopper's back, round the corner, Zekken claims 2. The beam down from Sassy, and it's all down to Leo. What a miracle play, what a miracle performance, but Leo, he might just end it. Left down to the 1v1 second, he has to kill him and he won't do it.
Fnatic 2-0'd Sentinels and later Furia to then get matched up with 100 Thieves, the last remaining team of NA. Many expected 100 Thieves to put up a better fight than Sentinels and avenge our NA brethren, but Fnatic wasn't having it and quickly made us know that wasn't going to be the case with map 1.
Try and posture a little bit towards A main.
Oh,
beautiful
trap!
combo. Cryo's done for.
Cryo just accepts his fate. That could have been 2 as well. There it is. He is the guard, though. He is on duty, and Asuna is on the other side. The timing, the jump spot's there. The flash is good, though. He can't swing this right now. Gonna pop the ult and just send it. Post it, gets it. Trade 1 for 1, but Cryo is the end line there for that. Does get detained, but they do make it out in time. No threat to follow. But on the other side of them,
I mean, Derek's in earshot. He's heard this smoke. They're completely committed to the rotation.
and that's a dead man walking. Straight away, Cryo, unaware of the potential of someone just victim. Then there's no presence, and Alpha, this position, does find 1 and a second. The Turkish superstar, the kid himself,
Oh my God.
Darker in unison.
This bit of their own. But only 1 kill away. That's a problem.
Lockdown on lockdown, Hunter's Fury to try and deal with it as well. That's going to be posted in, not going to be found just yet, but Asuna pays patience. It does get 2. Now we look at what's remaining, a 2v3. Stella, Derek, bang, the time is a huge element in this. The lockdown did catch 1, that's Leo. A little unfortunate for him, making a little bit of a mistake here. Does get away, still alive. Durka tries to do the best to keep him standing, but now overwhelmed. They still need a plant to come in. They're going to get it just about now with 13 seconds. Any more chip damage, any more danger, they're done for. Durka delivering, but the spike gets denied. No one's planting right now. They have to hold on to this round. Finally, they get back to the plant, but it's a 2v2. Durka gets it down. He's already got the shot. He's Alpha finds Asuna. Bang! Leads it! Oh! That's how it ends.
They dominated 100 Thieves on Fracture with a 13-1 victory and later a 13-10 victory on Icebox to secure the series. And with that, we had our 4 semi-finalists, 2 EU teams in Fnatic and Na'Vi, and the Pride of Korea and Brazil respectively in DRX and Loud. Loud quickly went to work in their match versus DRX, winning the first 2 maps, never letting their feet off the gas.
Power on the side of DRX, but maybe they can make the most of this one. Flash around the corner, high ground angle, turret. It watches it. Starting to see them take that space still. Les will anchor it. Lovely kill to find one after another. Just not enough time to really make any sort of plays here. Up to Stax and Zest, seeing what they can do. Being swarmed and approached from every position. That was in from R, the spam down angle is common enough. Tap of the spike, but a double face, that'll clean it. Battle to be taking place here. Looks like all 5 members of DRX wading right into this one. Knives in the hand of Aspas, Dash gonna be engaged, raw spam, Flash trying to push through, the right click, no one's cleaning it up Aspas. And they all fall down. That one to potentially collect that kill, still moves forwards, now Dash is up, watch for, double up. RB moves around, blinds, but to the angle, and he is fully blinded up. Swinging around, coverage is there. And it is just that hammer strike one after another.
But DRX, to many surprise, showed some resilience when they rallied back to win the next 2 maps.
They can really capitalize off of that. Instead, the play is made towards the side. This is where the fight takes place. Zest has to be the man of the hour. Dodge, duck, weave around, Stax, assisting and helping him out. An absolute concrete hold here.
Surely RB's got the clutch.
Yeah, he hears the timing for it. 2 years. Gambled incorrectly. DRX are not done yet.
There's still life in this squad.
They were looking like they could pull off the reverse sweep, and the match went the distance to a map 5 on Ascent. This was Loud's best map and was going to be a true test for DRX.
Really good trades by DRX here. They've pushed everybody from Loud out of the site. The question is, can they reposition it to good post-plant spots?
The emphasis is going to be on Mako. Holding down in B main, smoked off now. What kind of timing can he take here? Needs an indicator from his team. Spam just chooses it. Sees the alarm bot drop down, doing some damage. Deeper smoke now, pushing forwards, but it's held. Covers in claims. Paranoia rips its way through, and it's all up to Stax. A Laven spray down, dropping down still. Planted, tapping.
What a great smoke.
There, 58 health, has to do so much. Repositions. Platform.
What an insane clutch by Stax!
Tanto's going to be buying them some space, but all the players ready and waiting up there in heaven. Aspas dash forwards off to the side. Lovely util. Nanoswarm pushes him back, but common angle. Flash play! Just trying to survive inside the smoke. Blade whizzes past his head, but they haven't dealt with Aspas. Moving forward, no way! Stunned up. The dog in his face. Zest has to use his Hunter's Fury now to respond. Take out the lockdown. Will Mako survive? Tries to counter spam, but can't quite do it. And this retake has more than legs. It looks just far too strong. RB and Zest. Lone players holding down to just Zest. It's all on the line for Loud. One opening is all it takes. Aspas and RB is just tearing heads off. 2v2, Stax letting loose. Drop to his knees. No command does nothing. And the lockdown broken. Reposition is not there. And Loud have done it.
Loud eventually won 13-8. DRX definitely had their moments to win the game, but made some key mistakes that Loud was able to capitalize on. Maybe the pressure got to DRX, or the roars of the Brazilian crowd cheering was too much for them to overcome. I can't say for certain. DRX, for as long as they have existed, have been the best team to never make a final. They live in 4th to 6th place territory, and at this point feels like there might be some sort of mental block holding these guys back from their true potential. They have always been a strong team, but never have quite just enough to make it to a final. Will they be able to do it later this year? We'll have to wait and see. I, for one, will always be cheering for them and really want to see them lift a trophy this year. On the other side, in our next semifinals game, we saw Fnatic take on their EU brothers in Na'Vi. Before the match, most had Na'Vi as the stronger team, with most analysts picking them as the favorites. But going into the match, neither team had yet to drop a map all tournament, and Fnatic weren't going to make their streak the one that was going to be broken.
Let's just through it.
Look at Angel's positioning. He hits the timing right here. He can secure the round for Na'Vi. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight has to hold on the site. They have to be able to buy time for him, but Boaster and Leo playing spoiler, and they're going to go aggressive. Zipman's down. It's all on to Angel, and he's not able to do anything. And they're going to fight in sand yet again. Alfier with the first. The showstopper does not connect. 4v3 here in favor of Fnatic. Paranoia in his face. Chronicle takes a step back.
30 seconds. They're on site. Chronicle's still up close though.
Angel with 59 HP does get the spike down. Durka with one though. Angel and Chow, the only two that remain, and it's all on to Chow. Yeah, the spike was planted, but there's no way the kills will come through. Chronicle gets the defuse.
They made quick work of Na'Vi in trio fashion, making no doubt in anyone's mind who the best European team is at the moment. And then we got our finals match. We had current world champions in Loud taking on the European super team in Fnatic. We all knew this was going to be a banger, and they made sure to deliver.
Lucky to get out alive, and he does a decent amount of damage. Bruising Durka, but not dissuading him. Going back for more. Darlining him up. How does Sanak claim that one? But it's an even fight. Made a bit less so. Fnatic are returning fire. Deep into wine.
It's a heavy
positioning known.
Heavy commitment of an ultimate, but that just shows you how determined Fnatic are to break the economy again of Loud.
Look at the layers of smokes here. Weapon out, flash connects, though, trying to return it, spray down. Knives in Aspas' hand, what is the Q he's waiting for? Dashing to the side, spots a player, pings it out. One kill found, still got the knives. An upgrade in the weapon.
Les has cleared out B main as well.
But it's a 2v3, make it a 1v3. Aspas, just nigh impossible to keep them in the map.
On their favourite, have any idea about this. He's got to get the call, and he's forced to take a risky approach and clear out tree.
Injection of chaos. Fnatic looking to see if they can really start to drive a wedge between the rest of them. Still they contain. Kawazine so disciplined. One kill, backs away, doesn't give away anything else.
Very diligent cloudburst there actually for Aspas as he repositions to get rid of Alfier. Can Durka make magic? It doesn't look like he's aware.
Doubled up, rifle spotted. And Louder in control. What can Boaster do? 4 players meeting them. It would have to be a monumental play. Blinded up though, spam in the box, right to his back. And the man's gonna file it underneath him.
This is tough from Boaster. He was worried someone could have gone A-ramp, but now he's in the position to win the round.
Smoke will fade at any moment. You've got to be kidding me! What timing was taken there?
Just off the smoke.
Instinct at its best. And he's handed a cheap one. He's handed an easy one. Durka's there as well, bailing him out. Pressure being applied into the corner of the site, but it's Louder who's struggling to get in. A dodge and a flash, up close and personal. That's where the judge is favoured. And Boaster, he's going for more. Tap at a spike, Kawazine can start to feel it. In this situation again.
Kawazine's going to get Seekers off the back of this. Doesn't seem like he's going to be offered a great opportunity to use them, but maybe 2Es can be the playmaker.
It's going to have to be.
Does he hear any footsteps? I don't think so, and it's not planted for heaven.
And he doesn't have any stars to delay. He's dealt with, final player known. And what is the play? TP across, has managed. Percentage play, just bordering from insanity to genius. And of course it doesn't work out, high ground position! And the clearance isn't there, Fnatic. How did they do it?
Another crazy TikTok wall coming out from Leo. And Durka's going to keep this position for the post plan.
Spike planted, nade. Play a pincer maneuver. On top, on the angle, and Aspas, he watches for it. 2 remain, make it 1.
Important player here to deal with is Sadak.
And Sadak, anchor around the side, 2. Spike though, not being diffused, but angles watched for Leo. He's still a threat. Into the 1v1, and no more time, surely, whatsoever. The top of it, and he is just far too clean. 1 round is ahead, Cosmic Divide. It splits them up, but Les has dropped down into the back of the site, into the pit. In the midst of all of this one is a pop flash play, and fully blinded up. Durka can't manage it. Loud with 2. Making their way across now, the scale is in action. The run and gun between the wall, back and forth. In the 2v3, Aspas wins his fight. And Chronicle, is it planted for you? It is, but it matters not.
Once that first punch lands, do Fnatic have what it takes to be able to rally back? At the moment, Loud are swinging.
Pure desperation. 2 players fall, containment, flick to the side. Aspas might be good for 2. Jiggle in the movement, everything to play for, and every player falling. Loud do it!
The crowd was going wild, and Loud made sure to carry that over into map 5 Icebox.
Aspas is so far away from this hit.
All the way back on B. He's going to be that last final piece of the puzzle, but a spike denied, there's no time left. Good 12 seconds. Spike in their hands, and it is Aspas who has to do the most, and he does. Distraction in the play, and the pieces get picked up. The round gets salvaged with the spike down. It's a post blind. Chronicle move forwards, can't quite take the fight and win it.
Alfia's still got a chance here. Sadak and Les are very weak. Does the lockdown get invested? Yes, it does. Huge investment from Sadak. Alfia, he's got off.
Sticking! Nothing afforded, no time! Half on the defuse! You've got to be kidding! To play his life here. The weaponry's not ideal. Util now to try and buy some time. A bit of spam as well. Chronicle was aiming to get 2, but Durka, Boaster, run and gun! It's pure chaos. RNG in the moment. And what can be done from this? Durka with 3! Another tap though. It's on a knife's edge. So tenuous. War broken. Players falling. And Aspas, he has to back away. Fnatic have answered back. We will not go down easily. Not into that distance tonight. And we will not let these opportunities slip away from us. Viper's pit though. Less.
Does Alfia really have time to invest his ult here? I don't think so. Okay, they go for it anyway. The lockdown. But surely you can't wait another 6 seconds before you even start getting into the pit.
Try and clear this. Pressure on them. Lockdown destroyed. Counter spam. Is it there? No. And the pit remains up. Boaster falls. Lurk plays. Leo moves forwards, but he just doesn't have the right angle. Les and Aspas pulling this one back from the brink. Can you expect anything less? Safe plant and an ult online. Kawazin has the Seekers, and it's time to let them loose. Corralling, finding their targets, pushing forwards. Kawazin, nothing left unsaid, nothing left untold. And it's just a collapse. Inexorable is the feeling. Loud with a 9-3 lead.
They got off to an amazing start, going 9-on-3 on their attack half. At this point, many people were coping in Twitch chat, touting the classic 9-3 curse. But with pistol and bonus secured, pushing the score to 11-3, the match was as good as over, and Loud would be the first team to raise back-to-back trophies in Valorant, or so we thought.
Biding his time, Aspas, a bit of spam will do it. Trying to reset the aim, wide swing, flick of the wrist, Durka shuts it down. Right now he is being squeezed.
And also less detained.
Attempt of the punish inside the pit. Will we see it happen? It's a war being fought on multiple fronts. And water falling into the back of the side. It's Loud looking to reclaim that space. Tap on the spike. Right in their position though, planted up into a top angle. Fnatic performing surgery with the plan. Now starting to come through, Reckoning, Hunter's Fury, everything at their disposal, and Turka pushes forwards, making the most of it. Pandemonium that strikes back, close position, flank. Kawazine might be earning that kill, but Turka is doing so much, goes down. Oh my goodness! Down to the 2v3. Cove in play, gives him a bit of covering fire, but that's going to get spammed down 2 years. Half on it. A dodge and skip, Alfier making sure to adjust the angles. The spike down, Chronicle now starting to stick it because time is running low. 12 seconds, wall breaking. Now making the most of it tonight. It's less. Comes down to it, him and Aspas, what can they do? Time running so damn low. But just Clear doesn't know the positioning. So much to do, so much to watch for. Turka leaves his feet hanging, an easy target. But time running low, and Fnatic know all they have to do is wait. All they have to do is buy that extra time. And as the spike ticks down, Alfier, comfortable in his mind, comfortable in the presence, knowing that they have...
Gets all the information, but Boaster knows that, and they're going to go for a re-hit on B. He's anticipating these rotates to have moved, and Loud have. They've relinquished a little bit of that pressure. Trailblazer sees nothing on A though, and these players return to B.
War Force though, was it come properly? Resetting through, Rifles carries them forwards, but it doesn't win them around, not just yet, 2-on-2.
Aspas and Kawazine again for the third time in this map to try and convert a 2v2.
Tags him, Aspas low, Nanoswarm almost taking him out, but 10 seconds ticking down. The spike will be planted. Extension once more, up trap, Aspas hunting for information, hunting for a glimpse, a glimmer. Anything to make this doable. Tap on the spike, Aspas! Jet Force, it's all down to Alfier. Noise everywhere, the double swing! Spray down!
Boaster's positioning. Surely this is too late.
Surely it is.
Everything on less.
Alarm bot spotted. Right down the middle, Les is lined up and set up, yet still Chronicle lands the shot, Sadak stunned, and he's still, no one watches. Spike to the side, Louder doing it!
Fnatic respond though, 10 seconds on the clock.
And do they have time? Spike off to the side, picks it up, there's a gap in the play. And with the wall down, he gets the plant. Can't be denied, breaks a portion. And still it's down to Boast to the IGL, can he do it? All up to him, all down to this, and it's not gonna be the case. To Gathering. Less is to be the backstab. Down mid. But the rest allowed, make sure that they can creep and crawl and right into the line of sight. Turka will not let that go unpunished. Big flash play through, and it's a collateral.
Turka runs Icebox. If you want to win this trophy, you got to go through him. What a difference this round. An absolute shutdown, surely.
No
Aspas
way.
cannot be allowed to do this one.
25 health. Dashes to the side, revealed, positioning known, spike out of reach. Moving forwards, Util out, but a shutdown does it.
A 1-for-1 trade.
And so are Fnatic. Dash forwards to the side, slow up, supplements. Turka are able to take this fight, but it's a little bit labored, a little bit strained. Dart lighting them up, re-swing, swings down, spray down! And everyone falling, everyone collapsing. It's deafening, a gloom enters the arena. As Fnatic, they can feel it. Inexorable, inevitable.
However, one player left to go. Fnatic have essentially got this one all tied up. 1 round away.
And the fight is over. 14-12, denying the reverse sweep. Fnatic, they pull off the impossible.
What insane mental resilience from this squad. To be able to battle back, deny the trophy in front of the home crowd.
Fnatic managed to rally back all the way from 11-3 down and take us into overtime. Durkee hit a god mode we hadn't seen before, and he really pushed Loud to their limit. At the end of it all, Fnatic managed to take the map and series in overtime and secure the first trophy for the organization in Valorant, and also Boaster's first trophy that he had been searching for years. It was pretty emotional to say the least.
I mean, it's definitely unbelievable feelings. I can say that we put, as a team, a lot of work to be here on the stage holding the trophy, and I can say that even though I didn't perform on this Grand Finals very well, for me it's important that my light, my team, will stay alive and I will be their shadow. And also, I want to dedicate this victory to my wife, Angelina. She is celebrating her birthday today, and as I said before to her, I wish her all the best, and I hope we will meet soon again. Hello.
Hello. Man, the crowd. You have been a Fnatic since the beginning. You keep trying to get that trophy, and now you finally got the international trophy. What does this moment represent to you, man?
Well, just half an hour ago, we were 11-2 down or something, and I was thinking, oh no, I'm gonna go second again. But my teammates are really good, and we somehow pulled rounds out of the bag. Sorry. Oh. I don't know why I'm crying. Little baby. No, I'm fine. Yeah, it was just a really good series. Yeah, love Valorant, mate. I'm gonna get grey hair in like 1 year, I think. Yeah.
But something that rubbed people the wrong way was how when Fnatic was giving their winners interview, they basically did it in front of no one. If you watch other esports tournaments like those in CSGO for example, Brazil is a pretty notorious country for being deeply passionate for their teams and their teams only. And on his co-stream, Tarek made sure to let them know how this is affecting their country in relation to more esports tournaments happening.
My message to them is for the Brazilians to start spreading word amongst other Brazilians that, hey, tournaments are not going to be coming back if this is the case. Like, this is pretty sad, I'm not going to lie, and I hate to touch on it but it's very real and it's very true. But the fact that the winning team is giving their interviews and doing it live in front of basically nobody in the audience after they just put on a hell of a performance, it doesn't do it justice. So my message to Brazilians is to please advocate for fellow Brazilians to start showing love for these other teams, because otherwise, just like I said, you know, Riot's not going to want to come back, and I think being here is important. Like, this is a big part. It's a big part of the game. Brazil is such an important aspect of it all. So I think we want to be here. You can't push us away like that.
Yeah.
I completely agree with Tarek here. If Brazil wants more Valorant tournaments to come back, they need to show more love and respect to the other teams, not just the Brazilian ones. Yes, sure, you can scream your head off for loud, but Fnatic beat them fair and square in the finals. The least you can do is show them some love and respect as they accept their trophy. The Brazilian crowd was insane this whole tournament, and we love to see it. But if they want more esports events in their country, they need to be able to show some respect for all the teams, not just the Brazilian ones. It's the least they can do. Sao Paulo was a lot of fun to watch, and I can't wait to see Masters Tokyo, where we will hopefully have a better format. Please, Riot. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.